And to be honest, what excited me at that point in time was Ooty. Just the fact that this town is a lovely town, I've been here before. I said, worst case scenario, I'm at least going to Ooty. But my day was made the minute I came in this morning. There was this young girl, I don't know her name. She was a South Indian bride. She said, Mama, neenga enga irkeenga mama? And the attitude and the confidence that she had was unbelievable. I didn't expect that a kid, I was told that they have a pre-KG kids, and I'm assuming she's either an LKG or an UKG kid, which is just about 5-6 years old. And for a kid to have that kind of confidence gave me joy, and it made my day, and it made me feel that it's great to be here. And more importantly, I'd like to also thank Mr. Farooq and the school to have me over here. I wasn't expecting to be here, but it's a wonderful event. I've had a chance to sit back in the morning, sit back a little while earlier here, and also look at the dance by the senior kids. Great talent, great space they're in. The important part is that it's the parents who help them kind of take things forward. It's also up to the school to try and encourage them. The reason I say that is that a lot of schools don't do this. I can in fact go back to my schooling days. I never had a chance to really take part in an annual day event. We never had such things. It could be probably that my school didn't do it, or it could be probably that it was not the thing in those days. But the very fact that they have this going here, mind-blowing, it's unbelievable. But all I want to say is that with talent also, a lot of us have to understand that talent does not turn out to be the best thing in life. To me, there are 3 things or 4 things which are very, very important for us to go on to be successful in our lives. 1 is staying disciplined. 2, having the hunger, the desire. You need to have the desire and the passion to want to be something. You may have the skills, you may have the talent. That's God-given. You need to sacrifice, try and take things forward, try and put in that extra yard. I also met a young kid in the morning. I think he was about 16, 17. He just about finished his 12th. He told me, I've just joined the MBBS, and I was told he was the state second. He was the state second. I mean, those are the things that give me joy, give me immense pleasure that things are in the right direction. But the point I'm trying to make is that how many more kids do we have that can go on to be there? I also saw a girl whose picture was up here a little while earlier. She also was the topper. But the numbers have to be more, and for that, I sometimes feel that is a deterrent in our society today. It's something called the social media. It's something called the cell phone. A lot of parents would agree with me that a lot of kids today carry that instrument and they sometimes abuse it. Even the television, even there's something called a PSP and a PS4. I know all these things because I have a 15-year-old boy. I have one at home who does the same things, who does the same mistakes, and I try and knock him down every now and then and say this is not the way to go forward. And to me, that is something which has to be stopped. And this is, I know as all parents, you have tried your best, you try to take it away, snatch it away, give them a half-an-hour time period, give them a 1-hour time period. All of that has happened, but it's up to the child, up to the pupil to understand that this is the formative years of your life. This is the best part of your life. And if you want to make use of your best part of your life on a silly thing called a cell phone, you can go ahead and do it. But at the end of the day, the one or the person who gets affected is you, not anyone else. Try and see if you can avoid that. Try and see if you can stay off that. It doesn't really help. I can give you some living examples of people whom I played with. I come from a field which is cricket. And I'm going to give you a few great examples of people or players who've gone on to be where they are purely because they gave away things, they sacrificed, they worked hard, and nothing came easy. I can give an example of Sachin Tendulkar. He was just about 15 and a half, 16 years old, hadn't broken into the Ranji Trophy team, hadn't broken into the Indian team, nothing. Young budding star, young budding player, just a few people in Bombay knew about him, but nothing else. In one summer, in your summer holidays that you have about 1.5 months, 2 months, he played about 34 matches and got 33 hundreds. 33 hundreds, and there was only one game when he got 97, And guess he got, how did he get out? Run out. He used to play 2 games in a day. He used to play 1 game in 1 ground, finish the match. His brother used to take him on a scooter. Afternoon, another match. That is why he is what he is today. He had the drive, he had the passion, he had the hunger. Without that, things don't come easy. You can say he was talented, yes. He was extremely talented. But to achieve what he's achieved right now, it's not just talent. It's a lot of hard work, a lot of sacrifice, staying away from family, putting in time into the field, putting in time into practice, traveling, not eating home food. You might think it's a very fancy life, but we all do miss our families. We all do miss the simple things in life. Even sometimes I crave for a simple roti from my mother. We all sacrifice these things to be where we are. There's also another person whom I've admired over the years, is a person called Rahul Dravid. Sometimes he says, the problem lies with us as human beings because we've been given the sixth sense. We try and use our brains too much. Try and be a donkey. So I was kind of wondering, why would he say that try and be a donkey? He said, what does a donkey do? All the donkey does is the same mundane, stupid thing day in, day out. Same thing lies in with success and practice. Don't overthink it at times. Practice day in, day out. Repeat the same thing day in, day out. You might feel it's boring, but repetitiveness does help. It just hones your skill without even realizing it. He says, my formula in life was, no matter what happens, rain, shine, I will not miss practice. Be it my wife saying, let's go for a movie, I will still not miss practice. Let's say my son saying, Papa, take me for an ice cream. He will still do that, but he will still not miss practice. He will still bat an hour a day, no matter what. That is what Rahul Dravid is today. Those things don't happen overnight. It is someone making an effort, trying to make sure that he wants to excel, he wants to be par excellence and not be mediocre. Being mediocre is very easy. Most people in the world are mediocre people. The ones who are successful are the ones who try and go the extra yard. Even Virat Kohli, I don't know, a lot of you guys know, at age 18 or 19, he was playing for Delhi. He was batting 7 overnight. His father passed away in the night. His own father passed away that very night when he was batting at 7. He finished the ceremony for his father, his rituals in the morning, went on to play for Delhi. He got 93 that day, saved the match for Delhi. It was a test match kind of a scenario. He saved the game for Delhi. And that's from there what you see what Virat Kohli is today. All I'm trying to say is that this is more for the younger kids, the talented kids. Talent alone will not help. If you think you're talented, if you think, that's enough, and I will go ahead in life, that's what's going to take me to my future, my success, please come back to earth. Unless you're focused, unless you're disciplined, unless you have the hunger, talent is useful to some extent, but there's no substitute to working hard, perseverance, and staying determined to do something in your life. Without that, there is nothing. I wouldn't want to say anything much, but all I want to